Well, hey everybody, welcome back to It's Only Food with Chef John Politte. Today we are going to be showing you how to make congee. Cue the music. Well, hey everybody, I am Chef John Politte and you are watching It's Only Food. If this is your first time watching this channel, or if you just want to learn how to continue to make awesome food, or maybe even learn how to start your own cooking channel right here on YouTube, then do yourself a favor and click on that little subscribe button in the corner and then hit that little notification bell to be notified each and every time I upload new content. Alright, well you clicked on this video to have me show you how to make congee, so let's head into the kitchen and see what our ingredients are. We're going to start out with about a half a cup of olive oil, along with our mushrooms, ginger, and garlic. And then we're going to have brown rice, quinoa, lentils, and steel cut oats, and then water to bring this all together to make. And these measurements will all be in the description box below for all the ingredients. Let's get into the kitchen and start cooking this up. Alright, well that was quite annoying. I did not get recorded the part where I cut up the garlic and the ginger. I cut it up on this cutting board right here with a knife. I didn't do a real pretty job. I just chopped it up because it's going to be going in to a pot that's going to cook for about an hour. It probably won't retain its shape anyway, but it is in there for fragrance reasons. So that's the ginger and the garlic right there. And then I started off on the mushrooms, and we've done mushrooms before. I am going to cut up the rest of these. We're going to put them in a sieve here, and then we're going to wash them because it's so much easier to cut a dry mushroom than it is a wet mushroom, but they will be clean. Then we're going to transition in to the next scene where I'm over here on this pot right there, starting to cook off these aromatics. Alright, well I've got the record button on this time, so first thing you want to do, get your oil in there. Medium to medium high heat. You want to just throw your aromatics in there, along with the mushrooms we have washed. And just saute this down until the mushrooms are soft. And see how that oil is absorbed into these ingredients. So at this point you can add about 2 tablespoons of water in there. Make sure it doesn't stick. This smells really good with that ginger and that garlic in there. They're appearing to be soft now. This is going to be the fun part here. We got our grains that I had lined up in the shot for the ingredients. I'm going to very slowly try to get these in here without spilling them all over the stove. Yay! Not one drop. Now I'm going to stir all this in to the liquid and oil and the other ingredients, and then we are going to add 5 cups of water. Now depending on how thick you want your congee to be or how thin will depend on how much water you add after we have let it cook and all these grains have cooked as well. But I think what we do now here, I have to check the directions. Okay, we're going to let it simmer for 40 minutes with a lid on. So let's get this up to boil first. Set our button for 40 minutes. I'm going to set it for 41. By the time 40 comes around, this should be boiling. And we'll cover it up. Alright, we're starting to see some boiling action in here now. So I am going to shut this down to medium, to where we can get a simmer going on there. I'm going to put the lid on, but I'm not going to put the lid on tight. I'm going to give it some venting action right over here so the steam can escape. We're going to let this go 40 minutes. We will every now and then come back to stir it and check it in that time period. But other than that, we're going to transition out of here. Give it about a half hour into it. Sorry, not a half hour, about 10 minutes into it. Everything is going nicely. Put that lid back on and let it continue to cook. Alright, we see here after 20 minutes it is thickening up. The color is changing a little bit too. It's getting more white. The grains are starting to split. We got 20 more minutes to go. Let's cover this back up and let it continue to cook. Alright, we're looking at about 10 minutes to go. It is definitely thickening up, getting a porridge-like consistency. Smells really, really good. All the grains are breaking open like they're supposed to. Let's let this go the rest of the way, and then we'll dish it up. Alright. There is the congee. I'm going to turn this off. Looks good. All the grains are cooked. I'm a little worried about the lentils, but we will find out more about that when we get to the taste test. The rice is cooked. The oatmeal has thickened everything up, I think. We're going to try this out. What we're going to do is we're going to plate this up. We're going to garnish it, take some awesome pictures of it for social media. We're going to lay those pictures into the timeline of this video with some groovy music, and then we're going to come back and we're going to taste this. So enjoy the music. Here is the congee in a bowl. You can use a lot of things to garnish the congee. Cilantro, scallions, carrots, sesame seeds, seaweed, white pepper, soy sauce, chili sauce, or toasted sesame oil. I used some cucumbers that I shredded up, and of course you can see the peanuts on there as well. We are gonna set this up at a different angle. We're going to try this out, but it looks and smells fantastic. And you can see the grains in there. Well, we'll get a really good close-up of it on the next shot when we taste it. Alright, well this is really piping hot. Let me get an angle better than this. There we go. Very piping hot. Still got a little bit of liquid in there. Like I said, I'm a little bit worried about the lentils, but we're going to know more about that in just a second. But I just want to give a shot of this for you to see. Get that camera to focus on that. Whoa. Yeah, it's just good looking stuff. Very grainy. Good for any kind of diet. I'll put the nutritional values down in the description box as well, so look for those. But this was a recipe I got out of a dietitian magazine by a dietitian out of LA. Her name is Shireen Chow. She's a registered dietitian and also culinary trained, which is a very unique position for a dietitian to be in. A lot of dietitians don't have a whole lot of culinary training, but this is a great recipe. I looked at it in the magazine. I said, you know what, this would be a good thing to eat because I'm in the position I'm in with my diabetes now. It was recommended. I cooked it and I loved it, and I'm sharing it with you. So anyway, here's our big taste test. There's the bite. I'm going to get rid of some of that because that's an awful big bite there. But here we go. This is piping hot. Tastes like oatmeal with all that good healthy stuff in there. Yeah, the quinoa's cooked. The lentil, let me find some lentils here. Yep, there's some lentils in there. Nothing solid in there to indicate that the lentils aren't cooked. The peanuts in there. And the only thing I would recommend is maybe cooking it in a vegetable stock instead of water, or a little bit of chicken stock to give it a little bit more umami. I got some soy sauce in there, which is kind of helping out, but this is very, very good. Give it a try. Congee. We'll see you next time. Alright, well thanks so much for watching today. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to go down to my description box and check out all those awesome links that I've got down there. I've got one for my seasoning. I have an Etsy store where I sell all my wonderful gourmet seasonings. And then also make sure you stalk me on social media. All those links are also provided down in the description box. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Go ahead and like this video. Leave all your comments right down below. And then make sure you share this video with everybody that you know. Take care, and we'll see you again right here on It's Only Food with Chef John Politte. Bye-bye.